All right. Hello, everybody. We're back again. This is episode, I believe, 198, Assets and Arbitrage. Like we said, keep stacking, keep stacking, keep stacking. Always keep stacking your Satoshis. Always stay stacking your silver. Yes, indeed. So this will be an interesting show. I'm hoping to have a guest on, and we're going to go over a few things. And it should be interesting. Before we start, I want to do a little housekeeping. Um, I want to apologize for last week's show. We had some difficulty shooting it. We were having difficulty getting on our service, which is called Restream. And what we had to end up doing is going live on YouTube. But by going live on YouTube, we could only be live on our YouTube page. And I didn't have access to the Gentlemen of Crypto's network. So a lot of people who get these update from Gentlemen of Crypto probably would have missed it. So I apologize for that. We got the kinks worked out, and we are now back on Restream, and we are back on the Gentlemen's Network and our network as well, Simon Family Investment Ventures. So you can catch us on either one. Once again, we apologize about last week's show. Um, One other thing we want to talk about for you people who are pet persons, one of our lovely 9 or 7 puppies, one of them passed away suddenly. It was very sad. It was very hard on the children, very hard on my wife. Nyla was her name. So rest in peace to Nyla. We know she'll be loved. Her brothers and sisters miss her. So that's what's going on around the Simon household. Also, we want to talk about my beautiful wife, Erin. Erin Simon is ill. She's not feeling well. She has been admitted to the hospital. It's nothing serious right now. She's getting some procedures done in the care that she needs. So she will be in the hospital for a while. And I've been running around. I spent the night at the hospital. I ran home, had to check on the kids, of course, make sure everything. But they're older, they're very responsible, so the kids are taking care of the household. Came home, I packed a new little bag for Erin and bring her some of the things she needs. My wife Erin is very stubborn, so she said she still wants me to do the show without her. So she told me to go and do a show. She had found some articles and things for me that she wanted me to go over. So I listened to her wishes. So I am going to continue to do the show. And as I continue to help nurse her back to health. So, it's nothing serious, like I said, but it's some things that need to be taken care of. So that she is currently in the hospital, but she is resting. She was resting comfortably when I left, and I will return here in about a couple hours. So that's what's going on with my wife, Erin. So you guys are stuck with me for a while. I'm sorry about that. I'll do the best that I can. And I'll make sure I try to switch the show up, maybe have some guests on, do some different things. Okay. So that's the housekeeping we have. We have our good brother Les Square coming in. So Les Square, I sent you the link to your email. So if you click the link, you'll come on into the waiting room, and then I click you on to the show. Oh, thank you. Thank you for praying for her. We thank you for all the prayers. Thank you. Thank you very much. I will let her know. Um, oh, you got engaged yesterday. Well, congratulations. Rebecca Towns got engaged yesterday. Congratulations. Congratulations. We love to hear that. I love to hear Black love. We love to hear that all the time. But yes, indeed. Well, I love to hear all love. I should put it like that. All love. Glad to hear you engaged. You are in. All right. Let me see if I can figure out where you are then. I do not have Aaron, so you guys help me. Okay. I'll get my little son to help me here. He's pretty good. Okay. Still don't see you in the waiting room, Les. It is the link I just sent you, maybe about 3 minutes ago. Okay. All right. Well, today what we did want to talk about, we want to talk about Bitcoin, of course, always Bitcoin, and we want to talk about Tesla, and maybe what the two have in common, not in common, but what they have to do with each other right now. You've seen, of course, people who have been watching the Bitcoin price, you've seen it go up all week. It is up over 5% for the week, which is great. 5% gains. You've seen it spike if you were up early this morning to 68,000. So you see where we're headed. We're on that train to 70,000. So just be prepared. You know where resistance lies, right? It's gonna rely. It's gonna lie at 70,000, and then you're gonna see it at that all-time high, 73,000. So just be prepared for a little fight right there. It could be a little fight, and then off and running. So I'm excited about that. I am definitely excited about that. I got you over here. I'm waiting for you to pop into the waiting room, but I do not see you. So what I will do is I will pull up this first article that I found interesting, and it was find it interesting because BlackRock CEO Larry Fink was one of the biggest haters of Bitcoin. Okay, okay, okay. I sent you another link, Les. If you can, check for another link and see if you can pop into the waiting room. And but yeah, I found a BlackRock article. Some of these haters back in the day of Bitcoin. Now some of the biggest lovers. So now let's see what they have to say. Hold on, let me check this. There we go. All right, I got my waiting room open. I'm going to read a quick article. All right, this comes from Bitcoin.com. Name of the article: BlackRock CEO Larry Fink declares Bitcoin an asset class rivaling gold in investment potential. Okay, we've talked about that for a long time. BlackRock CEO Larry Fink has emphasized Bitcoin's growing legitimacy as an investment, calling it an alternative uh, commodities like gold. We believe, this is Larry Fink speaking, we believe Bitcoin is an asset class in itself, says CEO of the world's largest asset manager. So remember, BlackRock is the largest asset management company in the world. Fink downplaying regulatory changes, arguing broader acceptance and liquidity will drive market expansion. With the firm Bitcoin ETFs reaching 23 billion in inflows, he predicted further growth in digital assets and blockchain's transformative potential in global finance. BlackRock's Larry Fink on digital asset growth and blockchain future. Blockchain chairman and CEO of BlackRock, the world's largest asset management group, highlighted the firm's ongoing innovation during quarter three of 2024 earnings call on Friday. Fink underscored BlackRock's focus on improving market access through exchange traded funds, ETFs, as we know, highlighting their recently launched Ethereum exchange traded fund. He noted that iShares Ethereum Trust attracted over 1 billion in net inflows within the first 2 months of trading, following the earlier launch of iShares Bitcoin Trust, which has grown to 23 billion. That's a big difference. 23 billion in its first 9 months. Fink stated that these products align with BlackRock's broader goal of making investing easier and more affordable for investors globally, stating, "We will continue to pioneer new products to be making investing easier and more affordable." During the earnings call, analyst Ben Budish inquired about the potential effects of more crypto-friendly administration in Washington, suggesting that regulatory changes could unlock new opportunities beyond BlackRock's ETF and custody service. Fink, however, downplayed the impact of potential political charge changes on digital asset space. He argued that market growth will be driven more by broader acceptance of these assets rather than regulation. So that's a lot. This is Larry Fink, who has come around and is a big proponent of Bitcoin. As he stated, the I Trust Bitcoin ETF has a $23 billion of inflow. Fink states, I do believe utilization of assets are going to become more and more of a reality worldwide. Fink, he expressed confidence in Bitcoin's role as a legitimate investor, stating, we believe Bitcoin is an asset class of itself. And, as he stated, and I believe that as well. It is an asset class of itself. What people like to do is they like to have Bitcoin in a box. And no, it's its own asset class. So that is great. Okay, I got my good brother Les Square here. Let's get him in the room. All right, here we go. Let me toggle him in. I think that works. All right. Good afternoon. Can you hear me, my brother? Let me see. Let me see.
Yes.
I got him in here. Is your volume? Are you muted?
Yeah, can you hear me now?
Okay, you can hear me?
Yeah, I can hear
Yeah, I
you.
can hear you.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on with that picture right there, though.
Okay.
I
Oh, with
mess
the
with
picture? Is- oh, okay.
I mess with these settings. I think
That's
I
the
did.
background?
I don't know what this is, but I was messing with these settings, and I think I messed up this background here. But I ain't gonna hold up your show though. But I'll
Right.
figure it out.
No, all right. Okay, so for Rebecca Town, she says her wedding date is May 30th. Okay, congratulations. I love
All right.
May. That's a beautiful wedding day. And she said, I came through YouTube that came up. Okay, all right, I see that. And you got a baby boy on the way. Well, congratulations. You got all three going on at once. There we go. Well, congratulations, Rebecca. Congratulations. Baby boy. Oh, yeah, I know about having baby boys on the way.
Indeed.
Know all about it. Well, congratulations. Congratulations. All right, so we got less square. We're gonna get squared away right here, and then we're gonna jump into it. Cryptonomics, what's up? What's up, Cryptonomics? So just in that past article, I just wanted to talk about Larry Fink and his excitement over Bitcoin. And so, like I say, largest fund management company in the world, and you got to follow the money. Sometimes you got to do the easy thing and just follow the money. And if he's talking about it being an asset class of his own, he's not worried about regulations and regulatory things that may affect price. And I'm not either. And that's just, one more confirmation. I've already been confirmed many years ago, but as you just keep seeing these dominoes fall, what we call um, game theory playing out, these dominoes falling. Larry Fink does it, then the next CEO of a fund management company is going to have to do it, and the next one's going to have to do it, so on and so on. That is what is going to happen. You see, we talked about it before. Fidelity is offering its members access to Bitcoin. So a lot of people who have 401k plans use Fidelity. So that's a big deal. So you see the dominoes falling there.
Here we go. Oh, we freeze. Can we hear me?
moves an entire $765 million Bitcoin stash to unknown wallets. Now that's Tesla, who has $765 million worth of Bitcoin as part of their Treasury Reserve asset. Now they have moved that $765 million of Bitcoin to unknown wallets. All right. So before the mass transfer, Tesla's Bitcoin wallet had remained dormant since June 2022. So their wallet has been dormant for over 2 years. Electric vehicle maker Tesla has transformed its entire Bitcoin stash worth over $765 million to several unknown wallets. Crypto wallets labeled as owned by Tesla moved virtually all of the company's 11,500 Bitcoin on October 15th across 26 transactions, including test transfers, according to data from Arkham Intelligence. The first test transfer was made on October 15th at 8:41 p.m. UTC, and the wallet currently holds just $6.68 worth of Bitcoin. That's good. That's a good test. Before the sudden batch of transfers, Tesla's Bitcoin wallet had been dormant since June 17, 2022. There's no sign that Bitcoin has been sent to crypto exchanges, and Tesla has not publicly disclosed any plans to offload its crypto. It isn't clear if Tesla still has control of its 11,500 Bitcoin, which made it the fourth largest Bitcoin holder among publicly traded companies behind leaders business intelligence firm MicroStrategy, Bitcoin miners, Marathon Digital, and Riot Platform. And according to Bitcoin Treasury's data, Tesla did not immediately respond to a request for a comment on the transfer. We have a picture of the transfer. I'm sorry, I cannot share my screen here. I'm using my phone today. Tesla's first purchased Bitcoin in February 2021 by buying 1.5 billion worth of cryptocurrency. The following month, it offloaded 4,320 Bitcoin, followed by a sale of 29,160 Bitcoin in 2022. Tesla CEO Elon Musk briefly accepted Bitcoin as payments for the company's vehicle in March 2021, but reversed the decision a few weeks later. Musk's spacecraft manufacturing business, SpaceX, still holds 8,285 Bitcoin, worth over $553 million, making it seventh largest Bitcoin holding private firm. Details on Tesla's Bitcoin transfer and if sold its stack could be disclosed when the company posts its third quarter financial results. Market close on October 23rd. So that is the day, October 23rd. You want to mark that on your calendar, especially if you're a Tesla investor, Tesla holder. You will see their third quarter financial results after close of business on October 23rd. So we will keep you up on that. We will be looking out for that. Bitcoin's price wasn't materially impacted by Tesla's transfer and is trading at 66,790, up over 1% last 24 hours, according to CoinGecko. All right. So that's the article. We know that Bitcoin is even higher than that as we are speaking now. So what do you guys think about the possibility of this what's up, fam? G-Man, what's up? What do you think about this Tesla not offloading, just moving $665 million worth of Bitcoin to unknown wallets? That's interesting. Still holding a lot of Bitcoin in SpaceX. And so these are things we have to keep an eye on. October 23rd will be interesting to hear the finance report of third quarter. And for people who are invested in Tesla, this could mean a lot. Like you said, it didn't impact the Bitcoin price, and maybe it went under the radar for a lot of people, but it did not impact the Bitcoin price. So you always got to keep your eye. That's one thing I say about things like that is counterparty risk. You always have to keep an eye on somebody who has the ability to make decisions that you're not involved in that could affect stock price or the price of the commodity or the price of the crypto. That's what I like about Bitcoin. There is no quote unquote counterparty risk. There is no CEO of Bitcoin who could do anything. There is no um, any group who can do anything with Bitcoin. It is just Bitcoin. And the price moves as the price moves. You don't have to worry about something happening, somebody stepping down, without any notice to anyone else, to the shareholders. So there's always counterparty risk with these companies who have CEOs, COOs. They do things that you're not expecting, right? You can't expect for him to move Bitcoin to unknown wallets. You can't expect to know that. You're not privy to know that. You know when everybody else knows. So these are the things we have to keep in mind as we invest. If people do things and you don't know about it, and you're trying to catch up as you see sharp price changes, maybe because of things that have been done. And this is what we talk about. So as you see in the last week or so, you've seen Elon Musk do a couple of things that if you as a Tesla stockholder weren't ready for, you could have seen the stock price go down. So, you got to have diamond hands. You got to believe in your investments. Got to have diamond hands, ride it out, and have a plan when you invest in things like this. But as we always say, we are Bitcoin lovers. So we like to go with the Bitcoin. And as you look at the Bitcoin chart, I'm going to go ahead and pull it up. We're going to pull up this Bitcoin chart, and it looks all good. I was looking at it this morning and just watching it, and I'm just pulling it up right now. The price I have is 67,739. So I have the exact numbers here. So on a 1 week, let's see what we got 1 week. So 1 week we're up 8.45%. I was off a little bit. Okay, so we're up 8.45% in 1 week. So that is wonderful. And in 1 month, we are up 15.63%. That's 1 month. So let's go back. Boom, boom, boom. I'm going to go back right to here. So on September 17th, we were at 58,582. That's September 17th. And so you come all the way up. We hit 68,000. So up 15% over 1 month. And I know people like to see Bitcoin gains, a little faster than that, but you got to see 1 month, 15% gain is a lot. That's a lot. So I'm happy to see that. I mean, I'm happy to see the uptick in Bitcoin, and it's been a really good week. And I'm very happy to see the action and the movement there. So this is be over again. What's up, fam? We got G-Man in the house. Hey, Simon family, that's J-Man. G-Man and J-Man. So what he's trying to do is about making money. Are you coming back in, Les? Yeah, it's always about making money. So yeah, you gotta be there for the ride. If you're down for the ride, then you'll make some money as well. But if you're there for a quick trade or you're trying to make some quick money, you never know. I'm always down for the low time preference and long trade. So I definitely want to see. I definitely want to see growth over time. So yes, I agree with you. He's there to make money, and over time, you too will make money. Go back and look at a Tesla chart, and you will see the persistent money making that you would have been making if you consistently stay in Tesla. I just worry about the people who try to get in and out, who try to time the market, which I'm not a big fan of timing the market, but some people, I guess, are actually good at it, and it's how they do it. So that's how you get down, man. I can't disagree with you. But yes, indeed, man. Yes, indeed. We always gotta watch our investments, man. Stay on top of them. Stay on top of the news that may be going on around them. Be on top of much as you can. It's hard because so much happens in a 24-hour news cycle, and we're busy. People have work, they got children, they got side hustle, side business. They may have their own business, and we're busy to where we can't sit around all day and keep our eye on these things. That's why we set alerts, so we can kind of see, what's going on, um, and be updated as we try to watch the price. So I'm looking at a chart here. I'm sorry. I pulled up the Tesla chart. You know how they do me, man. They put it in Mexican peso. So I'm trying to get out the peso so I can get you guys a comparison over the year. Let me get out the peso, guys. Come on. All right, here we go. So Tesla's up really good this year. So yeah, he's right. It's there to make money. The chart looks good over a year to date. So I don't have no problem with Tesla. I moved out of the stock market for the most part. I was there for a very, very, very long time. But as I just started to move everything into Bitcoin, I still keep mining stocks. I keep mining stocks because they are undervalued and they are tied to the value of whatever mining stock it is, whether it's a gold mining stock or silver mining stock. They're tied to the price. So when you see that gold movement and that silver movement, you'll see movement in the mining stocks. Now, the mining stocks had some trouble last year because due to the stoppage of mining, there was some environmental issues, there was some labor issues, especially here in Mexico, where mining has stopped for a considerable amount of time. So when that happens, definitely you're going to see the stock price go down. But then once mining got back going, you've seen it start rev back up, but you see what's coming out of the ground, as they say, is not keeping up with the demand above ground. And that's a big problem for silver, because silver has such a large industrial use that you need it to keep up with what's coming out of the ground. Coming out of the ground is not keeping up, and you will see you will see, if it keeps up at this rate, you will see a high demand for silver from anywhere that they can get it and source it. And we could do a show. We're going to do another show on that with the technicals, and I have the exact numbers. So yes, keep a lot of mining stocks. I still have Riot. I still have Riot. I've always had Riot. I like Riot. It's very, very volatile. I'm not a financial advisor. Riot is hard to deal with, so I'm not telling anybody to get Riot, but I still have it. It gives you great exposure to Bitcoin, if you want to put it like that. He says live stream keeps freezing. I know sometimes this is hard to deal with. What we have to do sometimes is get you in the waiting room before the show starts. Then make sure that everything is right and then start the show. Because we very rarely have a live person come in afterwards. So that could be the problem. I had to do it beforehand. So yeah, the demand is very high. You see the gold price flying higher and higher because of fear. Fear around the world. We see people moving a lot into gold. You see Vladimir Putin moving a lot into gold. Now, so I just read this article a few days ago. I wanted to mention this, just the main point of the article. Vladimir Putin now holds 31.1% of his Treasury Reserve assets in gold. So what that says is he holds nearly 1/3 of his nation state's Treasury Reserve asset is held in gold. And that tells you a lot. It tells you how much and how valuable he thinks gold is. That means the 2/3, they didn't give us what the other 2/3 were being held in, but you have to think that a portion of it would be Okay, hold on. Reconnection. I'm sorry. We have a little connection problem. Okay, there we go. You have to think a portion of that has to be in Russian rubles. And because of them holding that, I would think that a portion of that is US dollars. But they did not give the breakdown of the other, a little bit over 2/3 of his holdings. But 1/3, almost 1/3 is held in gold. So that's how serious he is about gold. So that's why we tell you about this. You see these large companies, large nation states, and you see what they're holding for their country. And that's why I said it's not hard right now. Just follow the money. We tell you about El Salvador. He's buying more and more Bitcoin. Every week I hear about him buying more and more Bitcoin. And you don't really have to ask. You can read the articles. You can read his reasoning behind it. But that just lets you know a president is buying Bitcoin for his entire country and using it as legal tender for his entire country. And mind you, El Salvador doesn't have its own currency. So El Salvador, if you go over there, uses the US dollar. So that is them trying one step to get away from the US dollar. They did not create their own currency. They just decided to use Bitcoin as their currency. And that is them trying to get around the dollar. And it's a very small country, 6 million people. So maybe it's not a big deal to the United States that El Salvador is getting off the dollar, but maybe it's a big deal that these BRICS nations are trying to get away from the dollar, especially Russia and China. So you got people trying to get off that dollar, small country or not, they want away from that dollar. And they're doing very well. Everybody, I keep an eye on the people who go to El Salvador, and everybody has nothing but good things to say about it. The crime is down to almost zero. It's the safest place in the Western Hemisphere. So they went from the most dangerous, when I say the most dangerous, I'm talking about the capital city, San Salvador, went from the most dangerous city in the Western Hemisphere to the safest city in the Western Hemisphere. That's a 180. They did a 180, all in President Bukele's term there. And you know how he did it, man. He swept up the criminals. He built a new supermax jail, and he threw them in there. And that was that. And he knows if he wants his country to be prosperous, he has to clean it up. He wants to invite people with Bitcoin and Bitcoin wealth over there. You got to clean the place up. It's a beautiful place. Beautiful beaches, beautiful, nice blue, crispy water. Also have mountains, volcanoes, jungles. I mean, everything about it is beautiful. It was just crime that made it untenable. Nobody wants to go there. Nobody wants to go there, get robbed, all this stuff. I had been there once back in 2011, man, and the place was crazy. It was off the chain. It didn't bother me too much because I'm a big black man, and I guess that's what that is. But some people want to take their family on vacation, or maybe a girls' trip or something. And back then, El Salvador wasn't a spot. It wasn't a spot to go. Now you can see different things going to El Salvador, different people. You see different conferences in El Salvador. So El Salvador is becoming the place to be if you are a Bitcoiner. So follow up on El Salvador. Go check out a couple pages on Twitter. I follow the President Bukele on Twitter. He'll give you updates. Most of them will be in Spanish, but he will give you some updates in English. You can follow Max Kaiser and Stacey Herbert. They actually live over there in El Salvador now, so they give you boots on the ground kind of stuff. They should tell you about some conferences and different things that are going on over there. And they also give you some updates and videos about day-to-day life, where they're going to eat, where they're going to shop, markets, things like that, to let you know what it's like to be in El Salvador on a day-to-day basis. So keep an eye on them on Twitter. The live stream. Okay, yeah. So you can always keep an eye on them. Also, we got to keep an eye on our friend Andy Sheckman, who's giving out great information about silver this week. He has a live Q&A that comes on every Tuesday. So check out friend of the show, Andy Shackman. He will be live. I guess he was live last night, but the replay is always good. It's always good to see Andy on the replay because he gives out great information. He is a seller of silver, so he has information. He has information at very high levels, so he'll give you that information without a problem. And he's a great person to buy your silver from because it's a great experience. Maybe a smaller company, but you get great one-on-one experience. They'll help you the things that you need. So Miles Franklin is a great place to get your silver and gold. So check out milesfranklin.com. You can always get silver and gold there. You can get help. You can get personalized help. They'll tell you, maybe help you if you're not sure what to buy. They can point you in the direction. They can talk to you and help you build a plan on your purchasing and how you would like to purchase. So they're always good to speak to. So check out Miles Franklin for sure. As I said, you always want to stack your silver. I know it doesn't get as much returns, but it will get returns. And it is a way to protect your wealth. It is a way to have access to physical wealth that you can put your hands on. And that's always great if you could just touch your wealth and things like that. So, build a portfolio of things like that. That's what we try to do. We try to build a portfolio, have certain things here, put some here. Like you said, you put some away for the babies in both places. Put some here, put some there. Build your portfolio out the way you see fit. But we're big on Bitcoin, gold, and silver. And so one other thing I wanted to go over. One of the things I want to go to is this article I caught from Business Innovation. So it's the Jerusalem Post, but it's Business Innovation. And so what we're hearing here is, and I forgot to mention this, why is silver missing from the U.S. critical materials list? Why is it? Let's read about that. So uncover the hidden truth behind silver's absence from critical materials list. Is it a strategic oversight or is it a deliberate omission? You know what it is, but we'll keep on reading. Despite its critical role in military, industrial, and technological applications, silver remains conspicuously absent from the U.S. Department of Energy and the U.S. Geological Survey 2022 critical materials list. These lists identify minerals essential to the U.S. economy, national security, and technological advancement, yet neither silver nor gold were included. This omission raises several questions, especially given silver's growing demand across various sectors. So the list, I'm gonna give you the list, I guess, maybe of the 50 critical minerals. So here's the list of 50 critical minerals. I'm not gonna read off 50 of them because some of them are boring. I'm gonna read some that would make sense, right? So aluminum, or as they say, aluminium, is missing from the list. Cobalt is missing from the list. Not missing from the list, is on the list. I'm saying that wrong. Aluminium is on the critical minerals list. Chromium is on the criticals missing list. Graphite, right? These are things we need. See that a lot in the military use graphite. A lot of stuff. Lithium is on there. Magnesium is on there. Nickel is on there. Palladium and platinum is on there. Okay. What else is on there? Tungsten is on there. Zinc and zirconium. So all these things are on the critical materials list that are missing. So why were silver and gold omitted? Let's see why. So while the exclusion of silver and gold might seem puzzling at first glance, several factors could explain the decision. Historical over-reliance on reserves. So the U.S. may have historically had access to ample domestic silver reserve or reliable foreign sources, reducing concerns over supplying vulnerability. This historical over-reliance may have uh, led in a perception that silver is not critical enough to be included. Current assessments. Yeah, I'm not really buying it. Classification and strategic secrecy. Silver is known to be critical for various military applications, such as missile guidance systems, communication devices, and defense electronics. It's possible that the full extent of military demand for silver is classified, keeping it off public lists to avoid disclosing sensitive information about stockpiles and strategic uses. Well, if that is true, if the amount of silver is classified that the United States military uses, that doesn't help the critical material list, because then you'll be out of silver sooner than you think, because they're using more than anyone knows about. So that's not a good reason, and that doesn't help what they're saying. Focus on emerging technologies. The critical materials list heavily emphasizes elements essential for emerging technology, particularly those vital to renewable energy like lithium and cobalt. But those are both on the list as well. Battery production and advanced electronics. While silver plays a significant role in electronics and solar, the focus may have shifted towards less traditional materials and are more immediately integral to cutting edge developments. I don't buy it because cobalt and lithium are also on the critical materials list. So you're taking one critical material and using it for another critical material. Doesn't make sense, but let's go. Let's see what else they're going to throw at us. Economic factors. Silver, while strategically important, is more affordable compared to many other critical minerals, including on the list. The relatively lower price of silver may have influenced decision makers to prioritize more expensive, rare metals deemed more critical for their economic impact. All right, saying something else that really doesn't make sense. That doesn't make sense, guys. And data limitations. Another plausible explanation could be data limitations. Silver's diverse use across industry combined with difficult in tracking its applications, particularly in classified military projects, could have hindered its inclusion on the list. In contrast, many materials listed here have clearer, more direct applications in specific technologies. So none of it makes sense. They have a case for inclusion. We already talked about it: military demand and industrial demand. So let's talk about this, if we shall. Um, Boom, BK Crypto is here. Um, we uh, we understand that they're hiding how much silver is being used. I mean, that's evident. They named everything else. They even had platinum and palladium on there. They had copper on there. They had every other precious metal except silver and gold. And what's going to happen is silver is going to run out really, really fast. And industrial military use being classified, that's nothing, man. That means they're just they're using more and nobody knows how much they're using. So keep an eye on that. Keep an eye out on the lack of silver. The lack of silver. And yeah, I get what he's saying. They're gonna use more expensive metals, but that's just gonna make things more expensive. Sure, you have silver, you can replace it with some platinum, but do you think the item you use platinum in instead of silver is gonna be cost more now? So yeah, so keep your eye on silver. Always keep your eye on silver because it's a very important industrial metal. The industrial use being the key thing to keep an eye on in all the things that you see silver used in. You see the boom in electric vehicles. You know they're going to be using the batteries. You see the boom in solar energy, renewable energy. You see that's going to be used in solar panels, and so on and so on. BK Crypto said, Reggie, what's up? We got Crypto in the house. Reggie, what's up? He's in the house, right? BK Crypto, man, we gotta get up and talk, man. We gotta get back together, man, and talk to the people. I like to talk to Brooklyn again and see how everything's going on. Maybe we get a little live going or something like that, man. Just holler at us on the email. Uh, Yeah, man, that's about all I had today. That I thought was interesting. No, we got to keep our eye on Tesla and move into these unknown wallets. We'll keep our eye on that. Um, and we got to keep an eye on that. Definitely got to keep an eye on silver and its use case, but we want to keep an eye on what's coming out of the ground and if it's enough to keep up with the demand with the people above ground one. So that's always the things I'm looking at as boring charts, boring numbers and everything. But I go through them. I go through them till my eyes are red. But when I find something that I think is pertinent, I will bring it to you as always. Um, that's the two main things for today on Wednesday. Didn't have much else. Like I said, it's just gonna be me for a while. So you guys got to put up with me. I'll do the best I can. You'll probably get shorter shows out of me because it's just me. But I will make sure that I get you all the information that I can, uh, and I'll make sure it's pertinent information. Yeah, yes, indeed. Les Square has a point there. Yeah, they know what they are doing regarding the silver because since so much operates with it, then it will keep people away from buying it, keep it unattractive. Yeah, keep the people away because they need it, right? And so the people should gobble up as much as they can, right? And once again, follow the money and gobble up as much as you can, even if it's just a little bit at a time. And I know people don't like uh, precious metals, physical precious metals, but try to gobble up some as you see these large corporations gobbling it up, for their industrial use. Gobble some up. It will be of value to you. And so, find somewhere in your portfolio for it. It will be of need to you. I also, I'm gonna try to get some more guests on here to get some back and forth, and we'll go back. We'll take some field trips and things, go out on the road, see what's happening in the streets of Mexico, and other than that, like I said, we're gonna nurse Mrs. Aaron back to health. I'm gonna be heading back up to the hospital here in a little bit. I got her stuff packed. I just making sure the kids are all right. Gave them some instruction. They are fine enough. We got our oldest. He's 23, so he's got it from here. He's at work. But then my second oldest is 16. He's got it, and they know what's going on. So I'm gonna go back up there, hang out at the hospital, and go through some articles with her and just let her rest and recuperate. And once again, I want to say I was happy to see the gentleman in crypto back this morning. So shout out to them. Shout out to King Bless for seeing you back this morning. Welcome back. It was a great episode. If you guys didn't catch it live, catch the replay. It's a great episode. And I'll probably be talking to you guys on Friday or Saturday. Stay with me. I don't have a lock in time. I try to just bounce in and get a show where it's a little opening. But it was great talking to you guys. Great to hear from some of you guys. We'll still try to get this show with our brother Les Square. We're going to try it the other way next time. And that way I think I can clean up some of the kinks in there. Um, but that's it for me today. I'm out. You guys always know to catch us on our email if you would like to speak with us. I guess if you'd like to speak with me for now, hit up that email and we'll be happy to accommodate. All right. Okay. Well, until next time. All right. Yes, sir. We're out.